Hi guys, so I wanted to talk about a little bit of Detroit Lions. I know a lot of people think they might make the playoffs, some don't. I know they're 6-7, their odds are pretty much out, but let's get into it. Where they started. So the record's 6-7. Let's get into the race first. Um, so the wild card race is so Dallas. They're not catching Dallas, that's for sure. Dallas is 10-3. Is the first team in the wild card team, so they're locked right there. The second team is Washington Commanders. They actually can catch the Washington Commanders because they're 7-5-1, and New York Giants are also 7-5-1. So they can actually catch. And then you have Seahawks that are 7-6, and them are 6-7. You can put Packers 5-8. I didn't put all the teams, but this is where the Lions are right now. Before this week's games. So let's get into it. They didn't start very well this season. They actually started really bad. Week 1 versus Eagles, they lost 38-35. So right there they're 0-1. Versus Commanders week 2, they won 36-27. So they have a win against the Commanders. That's really good. So they got the tiebreaker right there for the Commanders. Week 3 against the Vikings, they lose 28-24, so 1-2. Against Seahawks, week 4, 48-45, so they're 1-3. Week 5 against the Patriots, this is where, because their offense is right there, but against the Patriots, 29-0 loss, so they're 1-4, and then they get the bye. Week 7 against the Cowboys, 24-6 loss, and they're 1-5. And then week 8 versus Dolphins, they lose 31-27, and now they're 1-6. So basically, this is like their first half of the season, and they're 1-6. So they don't look like a playoff team. They're pretty much out. But the next half they play a little bit better. Week 9 versus Packers, they win 15-9, so they're 2-6. Week 10 against the Bears, they win 31-30. That was a very close one, but they won 3-6. And then week 11 they play against the Giants, 31-18, 4-6. So they actually have the tiebreaker against the Giants. Week 12 versus the Bills, this one really hurt. They lose 28-25. They're 4-7. Week 13 against the Jaguars, 40-14, 5-7. And then week 14 last week, they beat the Vikings 34-23, 6-7. So they're actually 1-1 against the Vikings that are not on here. It's division rival, but it actually helps. So the first 7 games they're 1-6, and then the 6 games after they're 5-1. They're playing good football right now. They're going the right direction, and yeah. So the next 4 games, very crucial games, are actually winnable games. They play against the Jets at New York. They play week 16 against the Panthers at Carolina. Week 17 against the Bears at home, and week 18 against the Green Bay Packers away. Packers is the team that they might have issue with, but they're all winnable games. And New York Jets, well, yeah, they're 7-6, but they're not going the right direction. They've been losing a lot lately, so I think it's a winnable game. But they're all away. That could be an issue. At least they got a home in between. But yeah, so Jared Goff is playing his best season career of his career. 30,352 yards, 22 touchdowns, 7 interception, 97.9 QBR. His best all around. Offense, so let's get defense, because defense is what is hurting them. Total yards, 416.7, that's 31st. Passing yards, 263.4, that's 30. Rushing yards, 139.8, that's 26th. Point 26.7, 31st. And third, down percentage 48.1. That's 31st. That's really bad defense. One of the worst in the whole league. So they have to at least get better to get them more past them. Offense, you got total yards 385.8. That's 5th. Passing yards 248.8. That's 7th. Rushing yard 127.5. That's 11th. Points 26.8. That's 5th. And third down percentage 43.1. That's 9th. They're almost in every category top 10 in offense, but in defense they're almost last in all the categories. So we'll see if the offense could keep them in the playoff hunt, because the defense is going to have to work very hard to get them to win games here for them. But they're against teams that are actually struggling this year, so that's going to help the defense. But we'll see what happens in the playoff. But they have a shot. It's not a big shot. If they lose a game, they're pretty much out. But if they start winning, they have a shot here. Because they have 2 spots to get. And I think they have a shot. They still have the Seahawks that have to lose. But they just need one team not making it. One team. Actually 2. They actually need 2. But it's possible. The way they're playing, they're heading in the right direction. Jared Goff is playing very good football. The team's playing good football lately. So we'll see if they can actually win this. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about the Detroit Lions. A lot of people think they're out. A lot of people think they're in. And well, I'm gonna say to the fans that they have a shot here. So let me know in the comments below if you think they have a shot. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. See you guys.